All right. Man, Sir Earl coming at you again with another podcast. Um, One of the things that I want to discuss on this podcast is interesting to be in a personal training business where 85% of your clientele are women. And they have some hellified discussions. So I heard one the other day, which I've heard before, that I want to kind of reply on and talk a little bit on, and I find it interesting sometimes. Um, you take women, um, first and foremost, most women, especially the ones that have no man or they're sharing a man or whatever you call it, they want to subscribe to 1-800 man. Meaning you want to specifically design your man, and that's probably why you're sitting your ass at home by yourself. Um, oh, he's got to be this tall. He's got to be 6'1". He's got to drive a BMW. He's got to be a professional. He has to have a degree. He has to own this kind of house, and it's 1-800 designer man. You want him just like you want him, where you're fat, you're broke, you're out of shape, but yet you want this guy to be perfect. And no one comes to anybody perfect. It all takes work. That person must, when you meet that person, it's always a work in progress. The first and foremost thing you should be looking for is happiness, something that makes you happy. We tend to think that if we get this kind of person or that kind of person, we're going to be happy. Whereas in reality, happiness starts within, not without. No one can make you happy if you're not happy inside. So, take care of yourself, get yourself together, get your shit together. And no one's perfect. Find somebody just as fucked up as you are, and y'all find a way to make it work. Honest communication is extremely important in a relationship. Um, so all these outside features of hiding money and, making six figures, and I'll tell you this from my personal experience. Uh, Black women with degrees, high degrees, masters, PhDs, they're the fucking worst. And I say that because for some reason they feel because I have a degree, because I work, I'm not supposed to be a woman. I'm not going to come home. I'm not going to cook. I'm not going to do these things that are traditional things of women. And I know a lot of people will agree or don't agree or be pissed off or whatever it is, but it's just honestly how I feel. Is it right or wrong? No, but it's just how I feel. So I'm not looking to win a popularity contest. I just kind of try to tell things how I feel about it. And you'll meet someone and they'll go, oh, I got a 6-figure a year job. I got my own house, my own car. I'm independent. I don't need no man. First off, you do need a man. God designed men to need women and women to need men. So it was developed so long before you, and you claim you got a car and you got a house. Well, if it's not paid off, guess what? It's not yours. It's the bank's. You're babysitting it. You know how I know? Stop paying your mortgage payment and see don't they throw your ass out the house. So it's not your house. And a 6-figure a year job, $100,000 a year, that's no money, honestly. You figure you're going to pay 30% of that in taxes if you have a house note. You're going to spend another $18,000 to $20,000 a year on your house note. If you got a car note, that's going to be another $6,000 or $7,000 a year. If you have kids, that's good. That's going to take a little bit of money. So at the end of a year, that 6 figures is not a lot of money. But yet I constantly hear people, women specifically, brag about having a degree. I mean, you took a student loan, you spent 40,000 to make 10,000 more on your job, which shows, you don't do your math. You take out a student loan, to get a higher degree to earn a little bit more money on your job. And I'm not against going to school, getting degrees or anything like that. I'm just saying outside sources is never going to make you happy. You have to be happy from within, whether you have a man or not. You have to find your own happiness, and that comes from reading, prayer, meditation, whatever you might do. But you have to be happy with yourself first before anybody can make you happy. And usually, when you call the 1-800 designer man, you don't get that person anyway. You're 6 feet tall and driving a BMW and this kind of job. You wind up fucking around with a garbage man who really know how to treat you right. And it's funny because men are simple. I can tell you right now, men are simple, women are very complicated. We need three things in our life as men. You need food first, which when I don't cook and I work like he work and he can make his own stuff. That's crap. Men need food first, sex second, and third they need to watch the game, watch TV. So if they're getting fed and they're getting laid and they don't hear your ass nagging while they're trying to watch TV, they're happy. They will go out and break their back for you. And do whatever is needed to provide for you, the family, and everything else. They just need three simple things. Not as complicated as women's needs are. Women's needs change day by day with the wind. And I'm not trying to sound like a male chauvinist. I'm just being honest. There's not a woman in the world whose mind doesn't change according to the day and the mood and how they feel. They're very emotional. So, you have to get out of that mode of I'm only going to talk to this kind of person. You have to look at what are you bringing to the table? What do you have besides a ass, which most women think is the key criteria for landing a man. Work on things besides a degree. Work on things besides. I see women all the time. They're so out of shape, but yet they're talking about what kind of man they want. Worry about yourself. Get yourself in shape. Get your mind right. Get your spirit right. And then, by the design of the higher power, that person that's meant for you will find you. But when you put the limitations on it, which is designing, it's a limitation. So if you say, I want a man 6 feet, well, if he's 5'9", you just put a limit on it. He don't fit the criteria. Get you together, have yourself together, and then worry about, just getting to know people for who they are. Because if inside you got yourself together, maybe you'll meet a man that got his inside self together, and they're ready for that. But when you start to, I only date this kind of man or that kind of woman or whatever, it just it never works out. You wind up getting everything you don't want. And it was just funny hearing the conversation. Here's a lady, I don't want to say too much because she listens to the podcast, so I don't want to put her on blast, but, she's a professional and she has a PhD and she's an attractive lady, but you don't have anybody. There's a saying, if you go, I'll compare it a little bit to a car. I know women hate that, but if you see a car, let's say you see a Corvette that's normally $50,000, and they have it on sale for $35,000, but it needs some work. 10 people look at it, no one buys it. Okay, so what they're getting is not even worth what they would have to spend to get it repaired. So if 10 people look at it and they all come away with the same conclusion, it's not the 10 people, it's the car. Meaning, if you date and no one pulled a Beyonce and put a ring on it and try to lock you up, and you've got you mid-30s, you have no kids, you have a great job, you're making money, you got your own mortgage payment, it ain't your house, you got your own mortgage payment, and you believe you're this great catch, but no one that you've dated has made a move to make you their own. Um, Maybe you ain't all that. You got to think about that. And that's a problem that a lot of people make. They believe they're such this great hot catch, but and men just stupid. And then you get these women that they hate interracial couples. They're stealing all our men. They're not stealing our men. Men don't like nagging. Black women in particular, they love to nag. They love to bitch about nothing, and you get tired of it. And me personally, I mean, I've dated black. I was married to a black woman for 12 years, and I've dated women who worked good jobs. They still felt that they were a woman in the house. They still cleaned. They still, made the food. They still did the things that they felt women should do within the household, and there was nothing wrong with that. So I'm not just when I talk about black, I say black because that's who I know more of. It was where I was raised, and I'm in an interracial relationship now. But when you get to a point when you see a lot of successful men that date other races, it's because of the bullshit that y'all bring, that women bring to the relationship. They get tired of it, and I wouldn't give a damn if you're blue, white, green, polka dot. If you meet the criteria in which will make a person happy, they're going to be more than happy to put a ring on it. So, I think sometimes instead of feeling other races are stealing our man, or he's intimidated by me because I got a degree and a good job, I can tell you right now, that's not it. Drop the BS and start to look and understand. You've dated 10, 15 different people, and none of them wanted to make you a lifetime partner. I think there's something wrong with you. Um, and you need to consider that, and you need to take a deep look at yourself and get to know you. And once you get to know you and you start to make the changes that are necessary to be a happier you, that person will find you, and you will have this good life. Now, this is just what I mean. There's people that have partners that's not happy. This particular podcast is based on a lot of what I hear with women claiming they can't get a good man. So I'm not talking to everybody. I'm talking to those women. Um, so that's the way I look at it. Is that work on you. It's not always the men. Work on you, and once you get you together, trust me, the right one will find you, and things will work out. So I invite everybody to go to podbean.com, podbean.com, or go to Spotify. Download the app. The app is free, and subscribe to the website. It's IT apostrophe S. So it's my world, one word all together. It's my world one. And subscribe to the podcast so every week that I do a podcast or interview or something like that, it'll come directly to you, and you can stay, on a timely manner of the things that I do. I'm trying to get to it on a weekly basis. So we have a lot of interesting things come up. I have a lot of different social media. Facebook is Earl Bell. Twitter is Sir Earl's World. Instagram is Sir Earl One. So most, you can look on those at my own website, sirearlsworld.com, and join, because I post different things on all different platforms. And, I want to create and have more listeners, because I believe some of the things that we got coming up can help a lot of people. So I definitely want people to join in and continue to follow and continue to listen. And, and comment if it's something you want to hear about. Most people, I get comments, people agree, people don't agree. It's fine. Everyone has their own opinion. I'm not offended by some of the things I've gotten. Some people would be. I'm not. I have very thick skin. Um, it is just their opinion, and it's just my opinion. So it's neither right or wrong. It's just how we feel, and we need to open up and have more discussion. So follow me on one of the platforms, download the app, listen to the podcast, get it free, and you know, and let me know if you like it. Let me know if you don't like it. Let me know what you think, and we can just start from there. All right. So everybody, y'all have a nice day, and continue, to stay positive, and just keep hope alive. And I'm sorry, that's exactly saying, but just stay positive and treat people good. All right. Sir Earl talking to you. I'm out of here. Peace.